Hey guys, how you going? I'm sorry I've had a bit of a week. I have thrown my sleep pattern right out by getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, I've done it a couple of nights in a row and yeah, just threw my sleep out. Just kind of felt like I had jet lag. It's very weird. And then wanted to go to bed at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Anyway, let's get on with this. This is what's happening lately, and I'm just going to show you a few different opinions on this. MAGA gay biker dad said Kitty Demure, a drag queen that the left cancelled for saying the truth. Children shouldn't be present at a drag show because of the sexual nature, the rampant drug use and nudity. Let's have a listen. Is it going to let me?
What in the hell has a drag queen ever done to make you have so much respect for them and admire them so much, other than put on makeup and jump on the floor and writhe around and do sexual things on stage? I have absolutely no idea why you would want that to influence your child. Would you want a stripper or a porn star to influence your child? It makes no sense at all. A drag queen performs in a nightclub for adults. There is a lot of filth that goes on, a lot of sexual stuff that goes on. And backstage, there's a lot of nudity, sex, and drugs. Okay? So I don't think that this is an avenue you would want your child to explore. They could explore dressing up at home, like we all did, like all gay boys did. We all dressed at home and we had a great time. We had a great time with our girlfriends, putting on makeup, trying on clothes, things like that. But to actually get them involved in drag is extremely, extremely irresponsible on your part. And I understand you might want to look like you're with it, that you're cool, that you're woke, that you're not a Nazi, that you're not a homophobe, whatever it may be. But you can raise your child to be just a normal, regular, everyday child without including them in gay, sexual things.
Ooh, very well done. Hang on.
What in the hell has a drag queen ever done?
What's it doing?
To make you have things. And honestly, you're not doing the gay community any favors. In fact, you're hurting us, okay? We have already had a reputation of being pedophiles and being perverts and deviants. We don't need you to bring your children around. So you keep your kids at home, or take them to Disneyland, or take them to Chuck E. Cheese. But if you need your child to be entertained by a big human in a costume or in makeup, take them to the circus or something. When they turn 18, then why don't you take them to the clubs on their 18th birthday? Because it's an adult thing, okay? So don't ruin your child's life, and don't ruin us, because that's what you're doing.
Ooh, very well said.
What in the...
Whoa. Couldn't stop that one from continuing. That was very, very well said. And I agree. Fully. Wendy Yockey said Houston Public Library admits registered child sex offender read to kids in drag queen story time. One of those drag queens, Tatiana Malanina, is Alberto Garza, a 32-year-old child sex offender. Have you had enough yet? Dear God. Okay, this is another one. Frank McCormick, chalkboard hearsay. Okay, let's go into this as a thread. Number 1, drag queen entertainment for kids isn't sexual, it's just silly fun. A response to this being said, okay, because somebody did say this. Number 1, the objection to drag is not due to its association with homosexuality, but rather its association with homosexual sexual signalling. Drag is fundamentally about entertaining in a way that sexually entices and excites. This is evidenced by its widespread association with gay bars, which are centres for gay courtship. 3. Drag is about sexually signalling. It signals sexual availability to the same sex by masquerading provocatively as the opposite sex. It is why drag was primarily created by and for gay men. Parts of its humour is getting gay men sexually excited by women and suggesting that heterosexual men who find it sexually enticing are being excited by homosexual men. Regardless of the intention of drag queens that perform or socialise with children, it takes performative art designed to sexually entice and signal sexual interest and intermingles it with non-sexual activities children find engaging. Number 5. Society has very strong and clear divisions between adult sexuality and children because we recognise that it is a gateway to the sexualisation of children by predatory adults or the normalisation of adult-child sexual relationships. Because drag for children blurs the lines between adult sexual signalling, it is reasonable to object to it on the grounds that it creates a greater degree of permeability between the world of adult sexual activity and signalling and childhood. These arguments grounded in reason, not bigotry, and I encourage you to use them in debates over this issue. And I agree with him. It is a... Look, drag queens were always known as a sexual thing in gay bars. Then it became normalised to, for them just to go out, you know, and any bar, didn't matter, gay bar or not. I saw drag queens at Star City Casino in Sydney once. This was nearly 15, 20 years ago. And I was just amazed at how tall they were. But anyway. But I agree. It's with kids, there's no need for it to be around kids at all. There is no need. Current revolt on site with Alex Stein 99, where a bar is hosting a drag queen show for children. Now watch this.
Why are you guys letting gay guys show their buttholes to children? Is that okay? Is that what these children need to see a man in a thong? Do you think that's okay? That you're going to see a guy show his butthole to a child? Why are you guys letting gay guys...
Wow. There's some people protesting. There you go. Alex Stein, this is actually Alex Stein, 99. Lol, imagine defending a parent that takes their preteen child to a drag queen show at a bar meant for adults only. And this is Yashar Ali saying, harassing parents in front of their children about their parenting. This kid is clearly anxious. It's awful. Well, don't take him to a drag show. Don't talk to me about the drag show element. He doesn't even bring that up in the video. He keeps saying gay bar over and over and that she's indoctrinating her kid. Well, she is. She is either got no morals, I'm sorry, or she's a groomer.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Your little kid at a gay bar. You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You watch
You
gay
should be
porn.
ashamed of yourself and
You
your
watch
little
gay
children.
porn. Look at this.
You're ashamed of yourself.
Leave her alone.
You guys are letting little kids.
Leave her alone.
You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Okay, I'm just saying, you guys are indoctrinating children. You should be ashamed of yourself, little man. You don't deserve to have to go to a gay bar. You don't deserve to have to go to a gay bar. You should be a better parent. You should be a better parent. This is really disgusting. Just think about what you're doing. You should be ashamed of yourself.
My God. Okay, and then this one, Alex Stein's chasing one of them down, asking the drag queen how she feels for exploiting little children. Watch this.
For little children? Do you like dancing for little children? You don't think that's disgusting? Dancing around for little children?
Away from me.
Don't you think that's disgusting?
I need you to
You don't think that's,
get the
you don't
fuck
think-
away.
Hey, well, you can't just touch me. You don't think that's
Hey, you
disgusting?
touch me.
You don't
Your
think
mom's a
that's
bitch.
disgusting?
Go
You
on.
don't think that's disgusting? Dancing for little children. You should be you should be ashamed of yourself dancing for little children. You should be ashamed of yourself.
fuck him. Is he a child? No.
You guys dance at little children. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You're disgusting. Think about what you just did.
The whore.
Okay, that's fine, but you dance naked in front of little children. You did.
You bitch. Do I look like you, bitch?
Dude, look at you.
Stop.
You dance in front of little children. You dance in front of little children. For little children? Do you like dancing for little
Yep, I agree with what he's doing. Ian Miles Chong said North Carolina town cancels drag queen for kids event following community backlash. Yay! The poor kid. The poor kids. And then they're going to teach our kids, you know, the same thing in schools. So if you know, you've got to really be involved with the children at school. If you've got your children in school, right? You've got to really be involved. You've got to go to parent-teacher nights or whatever it is, the board meetings, whatever you've got, go and find out what they're learning and take an interest in the day when they come home. It was normal for me to say, what did you learn at school today? Sit down and take interest. Listen to what they say. Even if it doesn't make any sense, listen. And then you can always approach the teacher and talk to the teachers. But I would, and if they start to do any of this, start a petition or protest. Honestly, I don't know what else to, but I'd be getting a lot of the parents together if I could. Okay, 12 Monkey Com says, compelling, isn't it? What's this? Hang on. Okay, this is a list. Okay. On the 5th of the 10th, 2022, 72,300 chickens were destroyed at a farm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Sorry, on the 10th of the 5th. 61,000 ducks destroyed at a duck farm in Berks, Pennsylvania. 35,000 turkeys destroyed at Muskegon, Michigan. I hope I said that right. Then 3 days later, 10,500 turkeys destroyed Barron, Wisconsin. And then a day later, 83,400 ducks destroyed at a duck farm, Berks, Pennsylvania. On the 17th of the same month, 1,000 chickens destroyed at duck farm, Berks, Pennsylvania. On the 18th, 7,200 ducks destroyed at duck farm from Berks, Pennsylvania. On the 19th of the same month, the 5th month, freight train derailment, Jensen Beach, Florida. On the 21st of the 5th month, 57,000 turkeys destroyed on a farm in Dakota, Minnesota. That rhymes, Dakota, Minnesota. The 23rd, 4,000 ducks destroyed at a duck farm, Berks, Pennsylvania. Why is it? Are there a lot of duck farms in Berks, Pennsylvania, or is it? Oh yeah, no, it does look like, yep, there are. On the 29th of that same month, 200,000 chickens killed in a fire in Minnesota. On the 31st of the same month, 3 million chickens destroyed at Foreman's Egg Farm facility in Stockholm Township, Minnesota. And on the 2nd of the next month, the 6th, 30,000 ducks destroyed at Duck Farm, Berks, Pennsylvania. Again, Berks, Pennsylvania. Must be a lot of duck farms out there. But what's going on? Deliberate. What are they doing? Anyway, they're trying to cause a food shortage, or something's going on with chickens. Okay, Seth Dillon said, my nickname is Jizz, but it's not sexual. Okay, this is from Libs of TikTok. The drag queen's name is Nicole Jizzington, or Jizz for short. You can't make this up. He was so proud of himself that he had them kids losing it. Oh, dear God. And there's a thread. Someone snagged this screenshot before Nicky Jizz took down his Facebook page. Look at the email address. NickyJizzOnYourFace@gmail.com. Jesus. Yeah. My God. Nets Melbourne said Anthony Albanese went to the election promising he had a plan to tackle the cost of living pressures. He lied. Albo refuses to comment on rising household costs, and the dunce we have now as Treasurer says all these things are outside of government control. Really? They're morons. Charlie Kirk said, here is Hunter Biden with an illegally owned firearm in a hotel room with an illegally purchased prostitute while using crack cocaine, also illegal. But if you're a law-abiding citizen, unlike the president's son, they're coming for your guns. This is anarcho-tyranny in action. Great. Looks like his hand's on his dick. Okay. Nah, baby, nah. I like that name. Says red flag laws defined. The same people who flag your Twitter post as offensive will now be calling a tip line to have your guns seized. Mum, why do leftists want to disarm American citizens? Because they intend to do things that American citizens would want to shoot them for. A little bit of wisdom for your day. Okay, that's why. They normally disarm a nation when they know they're going to do things that the nation would want to shoot them for. Tosca Austin says, look, top midterm issues. Odd, J6 is nowhere on the list. Democrats have nothing to offer but drama, fear, division, and incessant Trump witch hunts. And this is the actual Rasmussen report of all US likely voters. What they were concerned about, number one was inflation with 87% concerned and 60% very concerned. Election integrity was second with 83% concerned, 61% very concerned. Violent crime, 83% concerned with 51% very concerned. Rising gas prices, 82% concerned, 60% very concerned. Illegal immigration, 77% concerned, 50% very concerned. And school issues, 76% concerned, 58% very concerned. That is a majority, no matter which way. Well, let's not wait 10 years not to hear about it again. How's that? Steve Mudflap McGrew's Remasculated podcast said another Clinton suicide victim. Clinton advisor found hanging from a tree with a shotgun blast. Oh yeah, you hang yourself from a tree and then you shoot yourself, or do you shoot yourself first and then get up and hang yourself in a tree? 59-year-old Mark Middleton, prominently known as an advisor to the Clintons, was discovered hanging from a tree with an extension cord around his neck. Middleton also had a shotgun wound to the chest. His death was classified as a suicide. Of course it was. Despite the fact a family lawsuit claims he died by suicide, there are major questions circulating about his death. It is rumoured that Middleton played a key role in strengthening the friendship between Clinton and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Originally from Little Rock, Arkansas, Middleton was found out about 30 miles away from his home. In the 90s, he served as special assistant to former President Bill Clinton. Middleton reportedly helped admit Epstein into the White House on at least 7 of the 17 occasions visited during Clinton's tenure. Middleton had flown on Epstein's private jet referred to as Lolita Express. The investigation is still open. I can't say anything more, Perry County Sheriff Scott Montgomery said. He died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the chest, Montgomery said. Was that before or after he hung himself from a tree? I would like to know, Mr. Sheriff Scott Montgomery. Have you got no brains in your head? I mean, blind Freddy could see that. You can't, look. Okay, you're going to hang yourself from the tree first and then shoot yourself in the chest? Or you're going to shoot yourself in the chest and then try and climb up and hang yourself from the tree? Come on. He found a tree and he pulled a table over there and he got on that table, took an extension cord and put it around a limb. Put it around his neck and he shot himself in the chest with a shotgun. Yeah, right, mate. It was very evident the shotgun worked because there was not a lot of blood or anything on the scene. You can tell the shotgun blast was on his chest. You can tell that because there's a hole in his chest and pellets came out of the back of his back. It was definitely self-inflicted, in our opinion. Well, Mr. Sheriff Scott Montgomery, your opinion means shit. Oh my God, how stupid are these fucking police? Sorry. Oh my goodness. The purpose of the lawsuit filed by Middleton family is to prevent the local sheriff from releasing photos and videos of the death. And this is B. Beeran. I don't hang myself often, but when I do, I shoot myself in the chest first. Yeah, exactly. How the hell do you do that? Seriously. Yeah, he was Arkansas-ed. I'll guarantee that. Anyway, Bridget Rolson said an Auditor General report into Victoria Police's body-worn cameras has found that more than 16% of interactions that should have been recorded weren't, meaning there's a risk the footage may not be available for key evidence. This was during the reputational damage to Victoria Police, reduced transparency in complaint investigations and weaker evidence for investigations and prosecutions. My goodness, I nearly said prostitutions. Oh, that's what the government are, aren't they? They're just prostitutes, mate. Sell themselves to the highest bidder. Chris O'Keefe said, I understand if Prime Minister Albanese does not want to address minor domestic squabbles while overseas, but a 0.5% rate rise is not minor. It's a it's major for millions of Australians. The blanket dismissal under the guise of a diplomatic convention needs to be reassessed. And I agree. Prue McSween said he used shadow ministers to hide behind, same person we're talking about, our Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, to hide behind in press conferences during the election, so he didn't make any more gaffes, and true to form, Albo is now stipulating he won't comment on tricky domestic affairs into straight hike while overseas. Guess he'll be travelling overseas a lot. Yeah, I think he will. Tom Fitton said, Biden spokesman, we're in a good position to have wealth-destroying inflation. Really? Where is this lady's head at?
What I'm trying to say to you is that the economy is in a better place than it has been historically. And so we feel here at this administration, and other experts as well, is that we feel that we are in a good position to take on inflation. We are in a good position to really start really working on.
Good propaganda, love. Yep, great propaganda. Not working, but just keep trying. They're trying to convince you that the financial, it's great. It's great. Don't worry. You're doing well. Meanwhile, we're all dying over here. My wood just went up. Jesus. Undead FOIA said the irony is thick. Congress could hide behind privilege while attacking the executive privilege of the president and charging Bannon for doing what they will attempt to. Jack Posobiec said breaking Bannon subpoenas Pelosi and House January 6 committee members. It's going down, I'm telling you. It's all unravelling for them. You can see it in everything they do now. Yig said, well worth the read if you've been following along. It's a Sussman trial. 10 under reported revelation from the trial of former Clinton attorney Michael Sussman. One, Sussman, FBI lawyer Sussman met with, sought Perkins Coie job. Wow. Number 2, Joffe was an FBI source and was fired. 3, tea leaves was April Lorenzen. Multi-prong effect to seed allegations. Yeah, because what they do is they put it in, it's called a wrap-up smear. They put it out in the media runs with it, and they use that media story to charge people. So it's all bullshit in the first place. 5, Clinton lawyers met regularly with Fusion. 6, FBI leaders were excited about the probe. 7, multiple officers worked on investigation. 8, FBI took months to close investigation. 9, paperwork had mistakes. 10, investigation in the Crossfire Hurricane continues. So there's that, and I would... Anyway, guys, you can let me know what you think of all this down below. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And I'll talk to you soon. Okay, guys, bye.